Hello, welcome to Story Time with Miss Lockett from Teacher Fashion on Lockett. Tonight, you guys are in for a special treat. I will be reading for you guys one of my favorite stories. And the name of that story is Epossumondas, written by Coleen, Salley, illustrated by Janet Stevens. Are you guys ready to jump on in? Well, let's go! Our kids are smart and bougie. Because you are incredible. Good job, great job. Epossumondas, written by Coleen, Salley, illustrated by Janet Stevens. This is the front of the book. This is the back of the book. And this is the spine of the book. This is what holds the pages together. And remember, when we read left to right. Epossumondas was his mama and his auntie sweet little patootie. They just loved him to death. Epossumondas used to go see his auntie mostly every day, and she nearly always gave him something to take home with him. One day, she gave him a piece of rich gold cake. Epossumondas took it in his hand, scrunched his hand up tight, and went along home. On his way home, he passed Alligator, and Alligator asked, "What you got, Epossumondas?" "Cake," he replied. Don't look like much of cake to me," said Alligator. When Epossumondas got home, his mama looked at his fist full of crumbs, and she said, "Epossumondas, what do you have in your hand?" "Cake, Mama. Auntie gave it to me." "Oh, Epossumondas, you don't have the sense you was born with. That's no way to carry cake. The way to carry cake is to put the cake on your head, put a hat on your head, and come along home. Do you hear me, Epossumondas?" "Yes, Mama." By and by, on another day, when Epossumondas was visiting his auntie, this time she gave him a pound of freshly churned butter to take home with him. Epossumondas put it on his head, put a hat on his head, and went along home. On his way home, he passed Raccoon, and Raccoon asked, "What you got, Epossumondas?" "Butter," he replied. Don't look like much of butter to me," said Raccoon. When Epossumondas got home, his mama looked at him and said, "Epossumondas, what do you have in that hat?" "Butter, Mama. Auntie gave it to me." "Oh, Epossumondas, you don't have the sense you was born with. That's no way to carry butter. The way to carry butter is to wrap it up in some leaves and carry it down to the brook. And you cool it in the water, and you cool it in the water, and you cool it in the water, and then you come on home. Do you hear me, Epossumondas?" "Yes, Mama." By and by, on another day, when Epossumondas was visiting his auntie, this time she gave him a sweet little puppy dog to take home with him. So Epossumondas wrapped it up in some leaves and carried it down to the brook. And he cooled it in the water, and he cooled it in the water, and he cooled it in the water, and then he took it up carefully in his hand and went along home. On his way home, he passed Nutra. Nutra asked, "What you got, Epossumondas?" "A puppy," he replied. Don't look like much a puppy to me," said Nutra. When Epossumondas got home, his mama looked at that poor little braggly puppy dog and she said, "Epossumondas, what do you have in your hand?" "A puppy, Mama. Auntie gave it to me." Oh, Epossumondas, Epossumondas, you don't have the sense you was born with. That's no way to carry a puppy. The way to carry a puppy is to put the puppy on the ground, tie a piece of string around the puppy neck, and take the piece of string and come along home. Do you hear me, Epossumondas? "Yes, Mama." Well, by and by, on another day, when Epossumondas was visiting his auntie, this time she gave him a freshly baked loaf of bread to take home with him. Epossumondas put the bread on the ground, tied a piece of string around it, took the other end of the string, and went along home. On his way home, he passed Armadillo, and Armadillo asked, "What you got, Epossumondas?" "Bread," he replied. Don't look like much of bread to me," said Armadillo. When Epossumondas got home, his mama looked at the thing on the end of the string and she said, "Epossumondas, what do you have on that string?" "Bread, Mama. Auntie gave it to me." Oh, Epossumondas, Epossumondas, you don't have the sense you was born with. You never did have the sense you was born with. You never will have the sense you was born with. Now, I'm not telling you any more ways of bringing truck home, and I don't want you going to see your auntie either. I'll go see her myself. And Epossumondas got her basket, but before she left, she said, "Epossumondas, do you see those 6 pies cooling on their porch right there?" "Yes, Mama." "Well, Epossumondas, you be careful about stepping on those pies." Then Mama went off to see Auntie. And then Epossumondas was careful about stepping on those pies. He stepped right in the middle of everyone. The end. Yay! Well, I had so much fun reading with you guys tonight. I hope you enjoyed the book. What was your favorite part? Yes, that was my favorite part too. I also like the part when he took the dog down to the brook and he cooled it in the water and he cooled it in the water and he went along home. Well, comment your answer below and let us know what your favorite part was. Or you can draw us a picture of your favorite part and send it to our email at teacherfashiononlockett@gmail.com, and we'll be sure to share your picture before our next story next week. Well, thank you guys for joining me for story time. I hope to see you next week. Bye.